budget filming right here. Anyway, I gotta hold it. All things confident. If you clicked on this video today, you want to know how to be your most confident self. I feel like I was quite confident when I was younger. Maybe it might be my cockiness. I'm not too sure. It definitely spiraled down. I definitely wasn't as confident going into school and everything, knowing that I still had to socialize and all of that jazz, caring too much about what other people thought, thinking that I wasn't good enough, or thinking that I had to prove myself in some way. But honestly, as I got older, I realized that confidence comes from within. Doing the internal work to actually change how you think about yourself can honestly help you in terms of gaining that confidence and gaining that true identity, true self. Episode 1, doing the internal work. Doing the inner work truly, and I mean truly, will get you that confidence that you need within yourself, because it all starts within you. The confidence that you are looking for literally starts within you. Questions to ask yourself, finding self-love, being self-confident, all of the things that you're looking for is on Pinterest. So if you go on Pinterest and search up journal prompts for confidence, they will pop up. You will see what things are limiting you into actually stepping into your highest self and being your most confident version. Okay, so as I was saying, when it came to secondary school, I feel like I definitely got less confident and my confidence just decreased from that point in my life. Primary school was really good for me, and then all of a sudden secondary school was just the scariest thing ever in the whole entire world for me. And I didn't think I could just be me, and that's what annoyed me about secondary school. Why was I so, closed off and didn't let me be me? Okay, gaining true confidence honestly is up to you in that matter. No matter what you go through in life, you should always have that self-worth, that self-confidence brick wall that no one can break through, because you know that is you, and that is your self-worth, and that is your confidence to a T. I'm gonna do a test run to see if you can hear the laptop in the background, but I don't think you can. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be teaching you how to gain your confidence back, being your most authentic self and happy, bubbly self that you know that you are meant to be. Let me just tell you, confidence is a skill. Just like everything, it takes practice. With this, all you have to do is work out what's going on in here. What's happening in your inner world that you can't be the most confident version and show up as her in the real world. What is stopping you from being her? Is it the way that you've internalized all of the external validation from everybody else and thinking that that's true information about you, when you know it's not? So if you want to be the most confident person in the room, then you are definitely in the right place. Be that person that you want to be by just knowing what's going on in here. Figuring out what's in here that's stopping you from being your most confident, authentic self. So what you can do is you can start journaling. Oh, I know, everyone says journaling this, journaling that. Why should I journal? What does it actually do? Does it actually benefit me in building my confidence? Well, clearly it's a game changer, especially when you start using journaling as a benefit for yourself, making sure that you put all your big and small wins, writing it down. Even if it's the smallest thing, honestly, it will back you up when you feel like crap on that day. In your journal, you can look back and you can see how many things you've actually done and how far you've come up to this point, because you've come a long way. You've honestly come a long way, and having that negative self-talk is just gonna stop you from being able to move on from those things that have happened in the past, and being able to just look at yourself now and see how far you've come and be happy and proud of who you are and who you've become today. So 3, taking up space. So don't be afraid to take up all of the space that you need, and I mean it literally and physically. Take up all the space, not literally, mentally. Take up all of that space, because if you're gonna close yourself off and be this little hermit in the corner, then where do you think that's going to take you? It's like your comfort zone. If you're going to stay in your comfort zone and your comfort bubble, do you think things are going to move? Do you think you're going to get out there and speak in front of thousands of people, speak to your crush, do all these little things that will get you outside of your comfort zone? When I was younger, I always looked up to authority figures. I don't know why. I just assumed that they knew more about life, and because they're older, that means they're wiser. Correlation with age and what you know, it depends on how you take that. It depends on what you decide to do with that information in your life. And if you don't take in that information to actually learn about yourself and be your biggest supporter, then do you think in 5 years' time you'll be a happy, bubbly, smiley person because you didn't take your advice? You should have taken your advice 5 years ago to be able to be the person that you want to be 5 years later. Now, obviously, you should respect your elders, but I'm not going to just assume that they know everything. Yes, of course, they've had experience in their work, in their field, and yes, they've had experience in certain things in their lives, but I'm not going to take that as a sign to be like, oh yeah, they know everything about life, because we're all human beings, we're all going through certain things in our lives. Believe that you have so many beautiful big goals that you have and you want to achieve, or they may be impossible in the next 5 years, but if you carry on and do one small little thing every single day. Episode 4, assignments. So these are actionable steps that you can take literally right now. So number 1, go on Pinterest and find journal prompt to answer the questions that you've been avoiding. Number 2, start saying I love you to yourself. Even on the days that you don't feel like it. Literally, I've had these days multiple times, but having those days where you don't feel like saying I love you to yourself, but you still do it anyway, clearly shows that you care about yourself enough to say I love you. Number 3, always remember that you decide how you feel. You honestly don't have control over that, but you do. Setting those boundaries and standards with certain people, especially when you know that you should take up that space because you deserve it. Number 4, fake it till you make it. So if you want to be that person, you picture that person every single day, you can literally start envisioning her and being her and becoming her. Number 5, a little reminder that your past has got nothing to do with right now. Anyway, I think honestly, just finding that time to put yourself first and not being afraid to say what you want to say, because yes, this world can be very opinionated, and you know, I've had my fair share of, oh, you know, you think you're all that, and yes, I don't know everything, and I'm not going to know everything about this world, and in a way that's a good thing, because we're learning all the time, we're evolving all the time, and you're not going to stay the same person that you were 5 years ago. And if you have, then clearly you haven't grown. You haven't grown as a person. If you still have the same friends that you had 5 years ago, then how does that help you grow in the future for yourself? All of the losses that you think you've accumulated until this point really doesn't define who you're going to be in the future, because yes, you'll still lose more, but you'll gain as well. You'll lose, but you also gain. So the losses that you'll experience in your life, they're just little adversities. All the gains that you will get will outweigh all of the losses. And the losses are kind of a factor of you growing. That shows that your failures kind of, they show you that you're growing, and they show you that you have the ability to evolve and become a better person. And if the universe has made you, has given you this lonely stage, this time to work on yourself, it's literally giving you that time to work on yourself, you're really going to change yourself for the better. And that's all you want, because you want to work at your higher self, no? Because you're clearly very ambitious. I don't know what I've just said in this entire video. I was supposed to script it, do all of this jazz, but talking like this, it gets a bit overwhelming. So I'm just going to say what's at the top of my head. And just don't be afraid to be yourself, because being your authentic self and knowing who that authentic version of yourself is, then you'll attract all the people that you know that you're meant to attract, and you'll attract, a certain relationship in your life.